Hey guys, so today I wanted to talk to you a little bit about my sweet potatoes and something kind of cool that I noticed. This year we actually started a new fertilizer program. It's fertilizer in all intents and purposes. It's fertilizer. I don't care to call it fertilizer. What we're actually using is a product called Montys dry carbon. And it literally is just a dry carbon source. So carbon is good for soil. All plants do carbon sequestration. So what they do is they're actually able to pull carbon out of the atmosphere, suck it into their leaves, turn it into food, and then excrete it back into the soil. That's good for the soil microorganisms, for everything living in the soil. They use that carbon, they turn it back into food and sugars, give it right back to the plant. So both the plant and the soil and the microorganisms and stuff in the soil can work together, hand in hand with that carbon and nitrogen source that's just ever flowing in the air. Okay, so what I'm doing now is we're actually putting a product called Montys dry carbon into the soil. So I get a dried, powdered, or granulated carbon source. It's called the carbon itself is actually gray charcoal. So it's the same as charcoal. It's just not, or as a coal product. It's just not as old as your black coal. It's a gray coal. So that means it's a little bit more porous. It's not quite as tight, not quite as hard, breaks down a little bit better, and it adds a good carbon source to the soil. So what I've done is actually dissolved about 2 cups in a 5-gallon bucket, and I fed it out to the sweet potatoes you can see behind me here. So I got the few beds here. I actually got, we got 5 beds here, right? You can kind of see over here and right down, I didn't even plant the last part of these 2 beds right close to my garlic here. The reason being is that the soil was so hard and so clumpy. It's almost like planting into like shards of glass. It hurt your fingers just trying to put plants in the ground. So this area has been real hard, real clumpy, a lot of clay right here. I haven't been able to, with cover cropping, with turning in manure, anything like that, I haven't been able to really turn this soil into something good. But if you can see, and I know it's probably hard, the camera's not going to be able to pick it up very well, but just behind these rows here is another set of sweet potatoes. So we did about 1,500 sweet potato slips this year. So all the way over in the second plot, I got Beauregards. Right here next to me, I have Centennials. Beauregards are typically a standard, larger size sweet potato, where Centennials are a smaller, pencil-y sized, long sweet potato. You know, they will get big, but a lot of them stay smaller. These plants, the Centennial plants, the stuff that got the rehydrated dry carbon, have surpassed the growth of my Beauregard sweet potatoes, which usually would grow a lot faster, a lot healthier, a lot stronger, faster than these Centennials. Right now, I'm attributing it to the use of the rehydrated dry carbon. So I can't say for sure that that's what's going on right here, but just by looking at these sweet potatoes in these 5 rows here that are bigger than the sweet potatoes that I have out in my other plot, that I assumed the soil was better. It's a sandier soil. There's good nutrition there. I've done carrots and beets and different things in there in the past. Tomatoes are right next to it, and they're doing really, really well. I really thought that that soil was in really, really good shape. And I think I'm being proved wrong by my sweet potatoes. So we're gonna see what happens when harvest comes around. I'll have a little update video to this one. I'm really hoping that Montys dry carbon is gonna be where I need to be. And I actually just a couple days ago, I don't know if you can see the yellow bucket down there. If you can see that, I just put out more rehydrated dry carbon into those to see if they'll catch up. So I'll catch up with you guys and let you know when we get close to harvest time.